We are back with Anderson Cooper, and George Floyd is being laid to rest today. Anderson, we've been watching your unbelievable coverage of all of this, the protest, and this moment in time, actually, for our country. What is your view today about what is happening around the country and now around the world?
Yeah, well, obviously, it's a very sad day to see for George Floyd to be going home in Houston, being buried, the city that he spent a lot of time in, where he lived much of his life. There was incredible viewing of him yesterday, where people from all different walks of life came and stood online to pay their respects to him, and I thought that was an extraordinary kind of image to watch of all the different people who came, young and old, from a lot of different walks of life. And I thought that was really inspiring. And I think these demonstrations, these protests, as startling as they may be to some people, they're an extraordinary thing when you think about it. In the midst of a pandemic, for people willing to come together at a time like this, at great risk to themselves, in order to call for change. And I think it's an extraordinary time to be alive. We're witnessing history, and the potential for there being real change. And I think for um, whether you people kind of feel it in their own lives, I think change is really necessary. One of the things I think that's amazing about this country is our capability to look at ourselves and to reassess ourselves and reinvent ourselves as a country. We've done this throughout history. It's one of the things that makes this the greatest country in the world, our ability to kind of look inward and bring about peaceful change. And I think that's what we're seeing the potential of right now. And I think for all of us, you know, uh, who aren't, maybe for people who aren't taking part in the demonstrations or think that don't really fully understand it, I think this is a really good time to listen and to hear the perspective of other people, and to look at ourselves and think, what can we do differently? What are we doing? What part do we play in a system which look, there is systematic uh, racism in this country, and in healthcare, people of color are treated differently when they go to hospitals. The pain medication people are given. I mean, there's studies that show this, in ways large and small. I think we need to look at injustices that exist in the society, and I don't think that should be acceptable to anybody.